today, after 34 years in business, it's a really, really special day as he launches his own in-house, own brand retail range, Sean Taaffe Professional. Sean Taaffe, welcome to Sunday Girl.
Hi Orla, thank you for having me on. It's a huge honour for me.
And a real pleasure for us as well, and especially on such an exciting day.
Big day for me, but big day for our brand, I guess.
Big day for your team.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody involved, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
When COVID happened, I'm not the type of person to watch Netflix for too long. So, so I always had this kind of, I suppose, aspiration to develop products. You know, you'd see products come over the years and then they'd disappear. And it's like, you love it and then it's gone. And then you'd actually see something else and you'd say, you know what, if only it was, you know, a little bit stronger, a little bit weaker, whatever. So during COVID, I said I would contact a product development company based in the UK, and we got to work on producing a number of products for ourselves. Currently we've 6 patented, but we're just launching with just 2.
With just 2. And what are those 2?
They're both leave-in conditioners, okay? They're spray leave-in conditioners or moisture sprays. For me, that market is, I suppose, undervalued. It's a lot of people miss it. For the client at home, they have their, what I would call their care regime, their shampoo and their conditioner. But as you know yourself, with longer hair, it's nearly, you know, for most people with longer hair, it's naturally a little bit dehydrated, a little bit thirsty, and where the moisture sprays come in is you literally just spritz them in after washing, or even in the morning when your hair is dry, and you leave them in, so it's constantly hydrating, almost like a facial mist.
Wow, okay, so that's really interesting. So you could put them in after washing your hair, or you can spray them in the morning as a kind of a leave-in conditioner in the day.
I mean, some people kind of say, okay, is this instead of conditioner? It can be, but it's not actually. I didn't develop it for that. I developed it as an addition into your care regime. But again, you know, a lot of people will just shampoo and then spritz it on and that be it. But I would recommend it as the third part of the yeah.
And is it one leave-in conditioner, Sean?
It's interesting that you say that, Orla. Originally, our plan was to have one leave-in conditioner, but the more research we did, we established that one size would not or could not fit all. That something that needed to be hydrating enough for naturally curly, thirsty, coloured hair was going to be too heavy for very, very fine hair. So we actually split it in 2. Very, very similar formulation, but just tweaked in such a way that it's upped for really thirsty hair, but actually reduced to be weightless for very fine hair.
Okay, so and you were very much hands-on involved in this, I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, look, I kind of like to get stuck in everything, but it wasn't just me, it was the entire team. The way we actually did it was, once we actually got a formula that we were keen on, we actually put it into the salons in 4 different variations in terms of strength, and we actually had them blanked off for the team to use, and we got feedback then as to whether it was number 1, 2, 3 or 4.
It's not an easy process. That was a 3-year process.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Where is the product made?
The product is made in the UK. Again, the reason we chose the UK is because production can be done in this country, but we weren't able to find a company that we could work with in development. Okay. The story with brands is, a lot of people, when they develop their own brand, it's just like what they call white label. In other words, they buy a product, they put their name on it, and that's it. Whereas we were involved with the chemists in terms of creating and tweaking and so on.
And people who don't live in Kerry
Yeah.
perhaps can't visit one of your salons, but want obviously to experience this this product, where can they get it?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that, Orla. Yeah.
Where can we get this product? Where can we get this product?
So again, .com is going to be your first call.
Port of call.
Yeah, from today. And over the coming weeks, we'll be announcing leading salons around the country that will be stocking as well.
Also stocking. So very simple. Either if you're lucky enough to live in Kerry, pop into one of your salons.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, get it online at seantaaffe.com, and there will be other salons around the country stocking it in the very
near future. Absolutely.
Well, listen, it's an incredible product. I've been lucky enough to try it myself. I wish you every success with it, Sean. I know it's going to be yet another huge success in what to date has been such a stellar career. Take us back to the beginning, and not even the beginning of your career, but the beginning.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about Sean Taaffe growing up, and what was he like then? What got him into this career?
Into hairdressing? From Killorglin, went to school in Cara Lake, and then the ISK, the old ISK in Killorglin. Left school just before I was 14 to go hairdressing. The why was I always used to go to the salon with my mom when she got her hair done, blow dried every week, and I just loved the vibe in the salon. And I guess from that I was hooked. Never wanted to do anything else, and
what I love about that story, and I didn't know this about you, and I know you a long time. I didn't know you left school at 14.
Yeah.
You have now created this incredible business. You're the Michael Smurfit of hairdressing.
Oh, I don't know about that, but no junior cert or inter cert at that time. No leaving cert. I did go back to UL when I was 40 to do a management degree. But I guess look, it was changed. It was different times back then, you know.
Right. And there's actually sometimes more opportunities then as well for kind of getting into a business and working up the ranks as well.
Yeah. I think obviously in today's world, everything is about instant or whatever. There's no real substitute for the grind, Orla, as you know.
You learn it at the cold face.
Yeah.
You learn it the hard way.
The hard way, yeah.
And the more knocks you get, the more resilient you become.
Yeah, true.
And you're smarter the next time round. What happened then? So you opened your first salon. What age were you when you opened
I was only 16 when I opened my first salon, Orla. But again, let's put things into perspective, right? It was a tiny upstairs salon. It had like 4 seats. My dad did it up. The equipment came second hand, all under £1,000 from Peter Mark in Dublin. It was bargain basement, city, yes, but relatively speaking. And then literally, each year after 12 months, I moved downstairs. After 2 years, we got bigger. And in 2006, we decided to open in Killarney.
2006.
Yeah.
And that is your flagship store today?
That's the flagship. I mean, that's 5,000 square feet, so it's probably in the top 5, size-wise in the country. And obviously, we have Killarney, we have Killorglin, we have Tralee, and they're all kind of very special in their own right. But Killarney would be our kind of largest kind of flagship, and then Killorglin is our baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an emotional connection to your past as well.
Yeah.
And tell me highlights over the years. Give me some of those.
You know what? I guess opening in Killarney in 2006, when I was everybody told me not to do it because I was going from being booked up 2 months in advance in a premises that I owned to changing town in a place where I wasn't known, where I was renting. Everything was stacked against it. So that was probably one career high. Being asked to go on Team Ireland to represent Ireland, and actually wearing a tricolour, but you will always be up there. Like that, I competed for Ireland on numerous occasions. Was a medalist a few times, but yeah, that's there's always something very, very special about that. And then obviously the different industry accolades, hairdresser of the year, salon of the year, are all brilliant. But I think the World Championship representing Team Ireland has to be up there.
Right up there.
Yeah.
And has there been any lowlights?
I wouldn't say lowlights as such. There was probably learning curves. 2008, when the crash happened, things were really really, really tight. You know, banks not wanting to lend money, working capital. I remember a stage, Orla, that I was taking money out of a credit card account on a Wednesday to pay wages on a Friday.
Okay, Sean, I do myself.
Yeah, but
we tried to survive.
And what that, you know what that taught me, Orla? And I mean, at that time, okay, we might have had a business that was maybe having a turnover of 250,000 a year, whereas, you know, roll it on and you're, you know, up and up and up. But I still, every morning, check every account as force of habit from that time when I had to make sure that things didn't go.
Yes, really a team effort. And like, I know many of your team over the year, and they're the same people, which is, you know, it's a great accolade for you in a business that would normally have quite a high turnover of staff.
Yeah, I mean, hairdressing, typically people do jump from salon to salon. I think our longest serving team member is there, I think, like 16 or 17 years, and we have a good few over 10. Look, team are like family. You're spending more time with them than you are with your family.
So true.
You know, so it pays to get on with them. You know,
it does.
And again, look, you know, with family, you kind of look after them in the same way. You want the best for them. So whatever you can do to kind of, I suppose, help them along in their career, whether it's, you know, training for competitions or guiding them towards different things, anything that we can do, we try to. But you know, that I don't think that's exceptional. That's what we should be doing. As
I believe you're just back as well from India. 11 cities, 11 days, 1,100 delegates. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. I got asked last November to see would I have any interest in teaching cutting in India, and I said it was actually January or February, and I said, you know what, January or February, why not? You know,
exactly.
So agreed to it greenly, and it was amazing, absolutely fantastic. Loved it, but it turned out to be 11 seminars over 11 days in 11 different cities or states.
And were they back-to-back days?
Back-to-back. So every single day after the show, hopping in a taxi over to the airport on a flight to get into a hotel at 1 a.m. to start the whole thing at 7 a.m. again, and repeat. Amazing, but it nearly killed me.
I say it's an endurance. That sounds like an endurance.
Yeah.
But an amazing country, and I believe that what you're launching here today, that it is your plan to launch Sean Taaffe Professional in India.
Yeah, I mean, look, we were really lucky that when I was out there, and actually, incidentally, one of my team is actually out there for 6 weeks, educating. Continuing the training. But when I met a distributor out there who was interested in our range. We obviously have our new launch, but we also have a professional range, scissors, combs, brushes, etc. And they're going to stock the whole range, and we're going to be launching in India in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know, it sounds bonkers. Yeah.
Not in 11 cities in 11 days, I hope.
Yeah, no, hopefully. Geez, I hope not. Yeah, I hope not.
So closer to the time.
Yeah.
Sean, you're such a busy guy. You're full of energy. Like, how do you wind down at the end of a day?
I think it's not winding down at the end of every day, but if you're asking me what else I do, I've done Kung Fu martial arts for over 20 years, so I tend to do that at least twice a week.
Okay.
And my other big passion, I love animals, so I'm usually seen with my doggy anywhere that I go every evening, walking around the place. And my last thing is motorbikes. I'm a sucker for. I'm a bit of a petrol head, so give me a crash helmet and send me anywhere, and I'm happy.
It's been an absolute joy to talk to you, particularly on such a special day as today. I know everybody watching this will wish you continued success. You're an inspiration, and I know there is so much more to come.
Thank you, Orla, and again, thanks a million for taking the time and for inviting me on. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So welcome. Thank you, and from both of us, we wish you an amazing week.